Welcome to NC Wine Snobs as we savor the world one sip at a time. This video is part 2 of our visit to Skull Camp Brewing, and we are starting our second flight with beer number 5.
Oh, so number 5, we're going a little bit different direction. So this is the cherry apple cider, which they describe as a off-dry cider with some cherry in it. Off-dry apple cider, in case you're wondering. The base fruit.
It does have a little bit of a pink tinge, but it's mainly amber. And I get sour cherry on the nose. And smoke. Is the smoke from the beer?
That's probably
from
the fireplace.
Oh, that's nice. That is cherry turnover.
And you get a little bit of that sour funk on the front end.
Okay.
Do you?
If anybody has ever had a cherry turnover from McDonald's, Skull Camp's going to hate me for this, but a cherry turnover from McDonald's, minus the pastry, that's this cider. It's that cherry turnover filling.
Yep.
I mean, this is the fun of doing tastings, any kind of tasting, is you try to figure out from your own personal history, what flavor is it? And if you can figure out something from your history that other people have tasted, that helps them know what it is. So, McDonald's cherry pie.
Pro tip number 8. Try a little bit of everything.
Can you describe it any other way?
No, I mean, it is... as ciders go, it's definitely not dry. Or definitely not sweet. It's also definitely not dry. No, I mean, that's really nice.
And I wouldn't have classified it as a cider.
Well, it's got a little bit of that sour funk to it that...
I would think sour beer.
Yeah. Although it does not, if you really sat there and thought about it, it does not have those malty.
No.
Bread.
It probably
bready
doesn't
kinda,
have the key ingredients that you have in a
Right.
beer.
Yeah.
To classify it as a beer. But I think sour beer when I taste it, not cider.
So it's a sour cider.
That's tasty.
Good break.
I could drink more of that.
Yeah.
Easily. D2. Oh my. It's skull bender time.
So far, would you say that the cider is your one bottle, your one can?
It's right up there with the Cave Dweller. For different reasons.
Well, and I think that's what's going to make this in particular to be tough in terms of the answering the question, what's your one bottle, what's your one can? Because everything we've had so far has been great, but I would get each one for different reasons. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
So this is the highest gravity on our tasting today, clocking in.
Pro tip number 3.
Sure.
High gravity beers, select those for early in your tastings or midway, not at the end.
Especially if you're driving. Allow plenty of time.
Oh, bitter, bitter, bitter. But not bad. So many years ago, when I was probably around somewhere between 6 and 9 years old, I went to a children's museum. And one of the things we had to do was tastings. and you were tasting the different flavor profiles: sour, sweet, bitter. That's bitter, but not in a bad way. As an adult, as a
Well,
child, it would be awful.
yeah, but here's the
So,
thing.
children shouldn't be watching this video in the first place.
It's layers of flavor. It's layers of deliciousness. Yeah, I mean the overriding hit is bitter in that kind of coffee, maybe even like cocoa powder type bitter.
Yeah. 90% cacao,
But
no sweetness whatsoever.
it's there's also a there's also a sweetness under there. Definitely getting a lot of coffee out of that. A lot of coffee, maybe a touch of chocolate.
And if you're hearing crunching while he's talking, that's because these chips are that crunchy. They do a great job here on the chips.
What I do not get, what I do not get out of that beer is like a lot of alcohol, right? I mean, it's one that would sneak up on you. Yeah.
Yeah, on this one, I don't think I could do more than, what do you think of that is? A 6-ounce pour?
5.
These are huge.
But yeah, you've got to have food to go with it. Quite frankly, I mean, it is it's certainly the heaviest of the beers that we've tried. I do like it though. I mean, it would definitely find a place in my beer fridge.
So bitter coffee, no sweetness. This is not your coffee with two sugars.
No.
It's your coffee with half a sugar.
Yeah.
Cabernet Franc, amber blend.
Due to some video complications with the sound, we may come back and show you a part 3 of Skull Camp that will include the tastings of the 7th and 8th beers. But for now, here are the tasting notes for the second flight. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel with the notification bell turned on. We'll be releasing new content every Wednesday.